Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So I've been doing a tribute to beautiful Queen Elizabeth II. By now you must know that she exited the planet. She oversaw 2.5 billion people in her reign and lived an amazing 96 plus years, right? But she finally went home. I'm sure she found her precious Prince Philip and, all her loved ones for generations because God is merciful. So I have been doing a tribute by quotes, and I'm doing the most recent quote. It's very brief, but profound, and it reads, "Grief is the price we pay for love." Grief is the price we pay. The price we pay. The price we pay for love. I couldn't agree more. So for those of you who are like, oh, I don't really get what grief is, la la la, I looked it up. So the definition for grief is brief sorrow, especially that caused by someone's death. And obviously when you're 96 years old, many people before and after you leave the planet, right? And so in her position as matriarch, head of state, queen, she had to deal with so much grief, And in 96 years, of course, people dying in war, people dying in pandemics, people dying in so many things. I was thinking about Lady Diana, Princess Di, all those things, and how she had that one of her many charities and one of her services, which was to make sure that they found all of the detonators that were in the ground before people sadly lost limbs to them, exploding spontaneously. And there's just, I don't know, I feel deeply, okay? I'm a person who feels deeply. And sometimes my husband will not tease me about it, but he'll just be like, Juliana, you don't even know that person. What is your problem? Like, why are you so affected? And it's true, but I think as a God person, I am called to be terrifically compassionate and to have tremendous empathy. And even when I'm watching a show, which isn't even real, right? A movie or whatever, I'm not seeing it for the cheap, cheesy B-movie character. I'm seeing it for the person that inevitably the character was derived from, because someone is suffering that way. So when I'm watching anything, I'm always praying for all of those who are suffering in a similar way, even though I don't know them. And what I've come to believe over the last few years, absolutely, is because God is outside of all time and space, that no matter when we pray for whenever someone existed, that prayer is attributed to them. Because God knew that someone named Juliana in 2022 would be praying for that someone in 1492 and applied that prayer. Like, I'm quite sure it's running on all parallels at any given time, and that all love, compassion, grief, expression of care is being credited throughout all of time. So I don't hesitate to pray for someone who's not on the planet anymore, or that I never met and was never going to meet, because I know that energy matters and that it's being credited. That's why I pray for people who have died and gone before me, right? Okay, so grief is the price we pay for love. It's a price, as much as I hate death, and I've told the Lord a zillion times, I absolutely hate it, that I am willing to risk love always, on every level, whether it's human or a fur baby or, anything. I will risk love, and I will have to experience that pain again and again. And I ask for the grace to be able to experience that, because there's a lot of numb people walking around. They've been so broken, they're so afraid to have their heart touched, especially in a painful way. The joke's on them. The joke's on them. But yeah, may I always risk the brokenness that follows having loved so greatly. All right, my friends, that's it. Like if you like, join us if you haven't. Subscribe. Let me know in the comments below. Do you understand grief? Do you hate it as much as I do, but you're willing to do it anyway? I pray. And until we talk again, best of all, know that you're blessed.